Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Camp Christo and this is the wonderful... I've forgotten the name. It's called... I do know this. I know this. I swear. It's called the Once More with Feeling campaign. Thank you for joining me. We are just switching up our imports slightly. We'll import from the Soviets. That's fine. In fact, no, sorry. Don't import from the Soviets. Instead... just output from here. Oh, we already are. Okay. Yeah, import from the Soviets then. Good. Now, we are rapidly approaching war, and we don't have nearly enough screening vessels built, which is a problem. But we're working on it. Our first expeditions out are going to be slightly under-fueled, it looks like. We also need to repair the infrastructure here to improve the state output. Resource factor is bad, but that's okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're running out of fuel. Oh, right, of course, because part of my navy is deployed. So at the moment, with 13 screens, we can afford at most 3 capital vessels, which would probably be... well, how much better is the Gneisenau? Well, the Gneisenau right now is a lot better just because of the experience. So I think right now that would be the Hipper Gneisenau and Scharnhorst would be the ones that we sent out, with these two remaining behind. And in fact, let's move them inland and do some training. And these guys would always be staying behind. We could just kind of, you know, send all the destroyers too. But I'd like to conserve my fleet if possible. The reserve fleet should move deep inland, away from enemy air power. This fleet should wait in Kiel. These guys can wait down here. Yeah, that works. These guys need to be offensively deployed. That's fine. Good. Okay. Running out low on a fuel. I think we should begin a pre-war Soviet fuel import. A serious pre-war Soviet fuel import. You guys need to do some training. I want those guys ready to go. And inexperienced cruisers can do some training too. Mobilization. General mobilization is now accomplished. You guys could just go, yeah, North Sea and Baltic General for now, please. That will be fine. Good. Got one more coming out very soon. Let's assemble the armed forces. So, in the south, we are slightly oversupply here, but I think we're very adequately defended on the front line. We're going, our infantry are going to heavily outclass the enemy, I suspect. The one that's going to take us over, this guy, uses 3. Yes, we'll move him back. With the new supply depots, we should be okay. Up here, we're looking good. Air-wise, let's get our men on the front. We're going to deploy most of our air force defensively against the Allies. So you fighters are going to intercept over the Alpine region. Yeah, any and all close air support. Including attack bombers, are obviously going to be deployed against the Poles. You guys can get over here. We're going to do some massive encirclement action. The Poles are extremely easy to encircle. Let's talk about the weather. What? I don't know what this did. I don't know what this did. Do we need these? They could help. What's the next plane we need? If we're keeping it simple, is the Junker 87D CAS. Got anything for that? No. There's one for a much later one. Oh, sorry, I didn't look down here. Okay, Junker 87B, I think I said. So yeah, I would like this tech. So let's grab tactical air effort. Resources, short chromium. Sure, give me some Soviet imports. It's thematic, it fits. Right. So, the air, you guys flying over Western Poland. You just push off. So I can base one here. Get slightly better range coverage. That's pretty worse actually. Oh, but this one's full. Okay. So you guys all flying over Western Poland should be great. Over here, flying over Warsaw, we have quite a lot of fighters. Oh, we got crazy amounts of fighters. We're going to use so much fuel. It's going to be insane. So, thank you very much for the comments that told me this is the best way to do it. We don't have the manpower right now. Okay. We're probably going to need to extend the bracket. Can't actually do that till I'm at war. I do not want to switch off volunteer army. It gives such nice bonuses. We're currently mobilizing? No, we aren't. Is there any way we could get more manpower? Well, we could do women encouraged, but it's only a 5% increase in recruitable population factor, which isn't really a big deal. Recruitable population factor is not huge. Dispersed industry is hurting on that front. We should obviously save up a bit of political power before we declare the war, because we need to go to elite officer training. Is there anything in here that could help with people count? Not really. Right, you. No. Military Academy we haven't done yet. We should absolutely do that. Alright, it turns out we desperately need more political power just before we declare the war, actually. We're going to have to go off volunteer onto on some kind of draft. Let's do it now. Let's bite the bullet. We need more men to mobilize. We need it now. Yeah, because we're banging out troops at a pretty fast click right now. These 2 more are going to fill this army. These 13 are deploying to the Polish front, which right now is this army, who actually needs another 19, but obviously we don't have the manpower for that. So for right now, we'll just work on mobilizing up a bit and fixing the manpower problem. It's fine to do it in steps because it's incremental cost. So it looks like the war is going to be delayed slightly. That doesn't mean we can't draw up plans. So currently, we've got a lot of men deployed against the French. Perhaps slightly too many. But I don't expect the Poles to put up a great deal of a fight. They do have 40 divisions, good lord. Currently they're all on the Soviet front. Because the Soviets are justifying against Poland. Okay, never mind. Whatever problems we may have, we're going to declare war on the Polish right now. We may have problems. We may have issues. There may be concerns and problems. But there is no alternative. Solution for Danzig must be done immediately. Because otherwise the Soviets are going to steal Poland. And that's absolutely unacceptable. So, the men over here, I hope, are excessive. We're going to need them on the Polish front. Tanks are going to be mainstay of this offensive. They're going to go from here. They're going to do this. Men that are currently in training, get out of training. Your services are required immediately. Training will be provided on the job. The coastal artillery can go now. Likewise with the tanks, training will be provided on the job. Can't actually deploy those yet. Okay, so what do we got? We've got these 2 garrison units. Don't think I have anywhere that desperately needs you. So for now, just beef up my Atlantic wall. Now this army now has 18 guys. Which is as many as I have just holding the line passively over here. It's probably not sensible. We should also separate this into 2 contingents, because holding the river is much less work than holding the northern bit. So that should be fine if we switch it up here, and then significantly reduce the numbers here. Okay, now we have a full 20 army. You can only handle 20, you can handle 24. I don't really want to go any lower here. I'd be a bit worried about them pushing in. Down here, though, especially where they can't even afford the men supply-wise, I'd be much more willing to move some out. Let's be having them up here. Okay, that's 24 on the main front here. Now, there's a rather glaring problem with this plan, which is that Königsberg is 100% unoccupied. I think Jesus Christ, what is this? Merge, you fools. I think we accept that. You guys are the reserve and should somehow be indicated as such. Let's give you the port symbol. Yeah. You guys are going to be the raiding force. So let's give you... I mean, I usually use pitchfork. Go on then, pitchfork looks fun. No, somebody else is already using pitchfork. Sure, clubs. Good. You guys are training up. You're training up. Excellent. Okay, this doesn't contain anything that isn't subs, does it? No, good. I think we're just going to let them occupy Ostprussen while we crush in from the west. There's our early war vehicles. I need all of these things. Well, except these. We're not going to use tankettes. Better armored car would be nice. Division stab reconnaissance getting even better is really good. There's so much we need right now. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, all these guys should be stat redeploying to their new positions, which they are. I have 22 divisions here. Spare? Good God. Okay, well, populate this front then, for the love of God. We need good men on the border immediately. Chunk, something like this. Like this. Yes. Okay. Get to your damn posts immediately. Okay. You guys should be strategically deploying up here. They are indeed. These ports don't need garrisoning yet. Everyone's getting to the border. War's going to be declared. Okay, I do love it when a good plan gets thrown out of whack because of unexpected circumstances. So, we're going to need interceptors over lots of areas. Some of those guys I sent down there were interceptors. Have them fly over southern Poland, along with these guys. Rest of you go up here. Okay. You guys come down here. Good. Have supply issues in the Alpine region again? That's fine. People are leaving. Ah, it's just because some of these guys actually suddenly got the moving through. That's fine. Okay, we're building that fuel reserve. Rubber imports suddenly stopped. That's bizarre. Dutch East Indies, give me... We have 23 convoys right now. Well, use exactly 23 convoys. There's a solution, Danzig. Danzig or war. Transfers possession? What? What? Danzig, one of our most pressing concerns. Transfers possession, loses claim on Poznan, transfers possession of Danzig City, loses claim. Poland gets the event, Danzig or war. Oh, that's if they accept. Okay. Well, it is done. The die is cast. Then it is war. So we don't have a war goal, which means I assume it's going to automatically declare in a second. Our men are not ready. The Soviets have thrown my plan all out of whack. But it's fun. I'm glad they have, because it's, you know, it's cool. So go back to doing that action with the tactical air effort. So I think any second I'm going to hear roar as the war gets declared. Outdated equipment. Pre-war vehicles needs upgrading. Early war vehicles, good. I'm surprised there's been no war. Like we did Danzig or war. Poland, are you gonna... Yes or no, my man? There it is. Okay. So, we have 26 days to capitulate Poland. Their men are not ready because their plans, like mine, have been thrown out of whack by the Soviets. The German Reich has declared war on the Republic of Poland. The other thing is, we need to capitulate Poland soon, or the Soviets will join the Allies, or be at war. Sorry, be at war with the Allies, which would be funny, but probably not good for the campaign. Okay, you guys, let's just cut in. Poland should crumble, like with absolutely no effort, because they are not even slightly mobilized to fight against me. They were expecting a war with the Soviets, which is fair enough, because the Soviets have been justifying on them for a while, whereas I was rather quick about it. So just storm through here with as much haste as you can muster. And everyone else continue moving to the front. Planes, I want you to go active in your assigned regions. Same with you guys. Good. Okay, the Allies haven't joined yet. Now they have. There goes France and Britain. Both joined. Okay. So right at the start here, we're going to launch a massive raiding campaign in the channel with our coastal subs. And we'll see how that goes. We're going to keep a close eye on that. The other subs, staying in port for now. Okay. Meanwhile, they're obviously just going to crumble all the way along. And, yeah, they're probably not even mobilized. They are mobilizing. Doesn't tell me from what to what. Can I beat them even here? No, okay, so they're at least slightly mobilized already. There's Canada joining in. Okay. We'll see how we do when we start trying to raid here. It's just I want to kill any British people trying to go to France. Okay, there we go. Immediately a bunch of... Oh, right, yeah, our convoys. So, this is going to obviously become a problem, but I'm going to cease rubber imports. Also, no, yeah, that's fine. Keep exporting that. So, begin outputting rubber from the factories. We have 8 excess. I hope we kind of put the excess that we don't use back into the factory. Looks like we don't. That's a shame. Okay, so they're raiding us here. There's not much I can do about that. I mean, I could try sending out my destroyers to stop them. There's 57 ships with orders to engage here, so I think we just lost those convoys, which is a shame because we have very few convoys. It looks like Poland may fall before they even take Königsberg, which is obviously a good sign. They're calling in all their many, many puppets. To be expected. Not a problem. Palestine has joined the enemy. I'm not too concerned by the goings-on in the Middle East right now. Yes, obviously we are relinquishing this area without a fight. France is not very well organized in Corsica. Let's try an immediate assault. Not bad. Let's back it up with some close air support. See if that helps. They are immediately flying over the Alpine region, but only with fighters so far. Our extra garrison never got put into place. Let's try and do that. We don't actually have enough convoys, so Rhodes is just going to be over-defended. That's fine by me. Okay, Poland continues to crumble. Getting crushed. Good. Get in here, please. And get in here. Good. Just grab those victory points. Power through. We have some free military factories. Well, we're very short on these right now, and I have some rubber to burn, so it'd be great if it could tell you like a rubber countdown thing. Like if they could just make them all like fuel, that would be awesome. With a base storage and everything. That would be amazing. But I know that's extremely difficult because I've spoken to modders about it before. Okay, even 2 more on there wouldn't be out of miss. I use a lot of mechanized. Yeah. Uniform shortage is absolutely unacceptable. We've had no offensives from the French just yet. Let's try... No, I'm not going to try probing offensive in the north. I'm not really going to try one in the south either, actually. Okay, we're immediately being raided here. Just because of my supply. And we're exporting aluminium. Yeah. But my supply down here... Oh, it looks like it can come from up here. Let's force it to. Yeah. If at all possible, make it come from up here. Obviously, we're going to have supply issues on these ports until we can regain some kind of measure of control of the sea. But that's just the nature of the game. Okay, subs are deployed with 100% raiding efficiency. Might as well deploy them to the BICE as well. Simply because once the Benelux joins, I want to immediately jump on that. Not seeing any enemy ships here yet. In fact, there are no friendly enemy ships with orders to engage here either. That's interesting. Okay, cutting in here. Good. Danzig is going to fall to our hands. Königsberg should hold. with these guys fully entrenched in a city. I have high hopes. 3 dockyards. Need to go towards more of these guys. We urgently need more of these. Good. Where was that from? Where are those new dockyards from? New military factory. Oh, maybe we just built it. I mean, obviously, it's the obvious answer. Okay, we have a lot of fighters right now. Let's build some more close air support. Doesn't take rubber, which is just such a good change for me. I don't know if it's a good change, like, balance-wise and stuff, but it's just a very good change for me. Nepal has joined the Allies. And there is the Soviet declaration. That came sooner than I expected. Which will put... Oh, they have a truce with all these guys until July. Interesting. That might mean they take Königsberg, or at least South Ostpreußen. That could be a real problem. Well, just keep... I mean, the plan remains the same. Cut east with all due haste. If we can be the first ones to get into these states, we're the ones that get control of them. Are you at war with the Allies now? He's not at war with the Allies yet. And they're about to capitulate. Not the Allies, but Poland. So, we will see. I mean, you guys cut in here. Still not at war with the Allies. The Soviets have cancelled the non-aggression pact. What is this campaign? Well, that could be a problem. I don't think they'll go to war with me. But, we'll see. Poles still have a lot of hussars, eh? It's interesting. Right, keep going in here. You guys, come up here. Get them there. Reinforce in there. Okay, Warsaw falling. Looks like we're going to get Minsk, which is going to be good. Although, obviously, us taking Warsaw would ensure that anyway. One of you should go here and here. No, damn it, I just lost all my movement progress. Okay, keep coming in here. I mean, I need control of all these states. Insofar as is possible. Get up here. Get up here. Cut off the Soviets. Certainly don't let them take control of South Ostpreußen. That would be really embarrassingly bad. You guys, get in here. Cut in there. Nice. And we've got Warsaw, which gives us the political power that we need to extend the draft. Or no, to get officer training. Extensive officer training. Does take 1%. One more consumer goods, but I think it's worth it. Get some really nice bonuses. Next research. Field hospitals are super important. Entrenchment super important. Recon is super important. So there's a whole bunch of other freaking stuff. I need the recovery rate. It's too important. Okay. Yeah, you guys cutting north as fast as you can. Just make sure it's us. Poles, trust me, you'd rather it was me. I will be a benevolent overlord. Okay, petitioning opponent. Soviets have honored the pact. Yeah, we should... Okay, that's fine. Is this going to re-add the non-aggression pact? No. Yeah. Okay, so you... I mean, he's still technically at war with Poland. And he won't take a non-aggression pact. So, are the Soviets going to declare war on me now? Like, that would be quite something, wouldn't it? Apparently they honored the pact. I think this should be mine, shouldn't it? Or maybe this should be theirs? Yeah, shouldn't that be theirs? Well, I mean... That's interesting. With the imminent threat of a Soviet declaration on us, I think we need to eliminate the Allies as soon as possible. Which means immediately going to war with the Benelux. So, Rundstedt, good work. Position yourself for an immediate invasion of the Netherlands. There's no situation in which I can defend against the Soviets right now. Because we just don't have the... I can't fill the border. So I suppose we just focus on immediately knocking out the Allies. You guys go here. good. Oops, not so good. There we go. And these tanks I'm going to force deploy. And they're just going to have to do some exercises, which will train them up faster. There we go, 4% progress. Okay, Soviet Union and the German Reich both crashed their promises. And the Soviet Union has laid down hostilities against Poland and their allies. Okay, interesting. So they're no longer at war with Poland, but they grab all this land. Interesting. Okay, so that's why they're not actually just going to be at war with the allies. Interesting. Well, that's more historical, considering, you know, historically the Soviets really did invade. And yes, it looks like a few states have changed hands. They've got these ones, the edges of these ones. Good. So, how has our raiding campaign gone so far? Pretty well. Lost one sub there. Haven't taken out any convoys yet, which is kind of what I was after. Let's begin a large Central Med raiding effort based out of Spanish ports. So, you guys, you're gonna take a circuitous route. I'm trying to give you a move order, actually, is the thing. There's no order selected. Okay, there we go. So, step 1, get yourselves up here. Oh, that was just one of them, I think. Okay, I guess I'll do it this way. Go raid this zone. Okay. We need even more fuel, like a lot more fuel. How's our integration going here? God, it's taking a long time. You can stop building those rubber storages now, by the way. It's a bit late. We also need more synthetic refineries as an absolute priority. Okay. Got no manpower. These guys, I think, we should tone down on to get the manpower to put into air wings. So, back here, we will deploy 1,000 fighters, followed by 500 fighters, followed by... How many casts we got? Come on, big numbers. Big numbers. Not very many. Okay. All the casts we got. Split into wings based on a 500. Nepal has been called in. Oh no. Okay, we're losing subs. 1. So far, our raiding campaign down here, we've lost 2 subs and killed nothing. It's not really what I'm after. And all we're doing is repelling the enemy carrier bombers occasionally, which is not superb. You, by the way, deserve your trait now. Let's do that. Okay. We're fully mobilized. We do need to keep extending the draft. We're still mobilizing men? Yeah. We could also go to a more aggressive bracket. Now they're at war. It's extra 0.5% for almost no loss. Yeah, I thought we were already at the most expensive of the 3 brackets that were available, but it looks like we're not. Obviously, we've got some resistance to occupation now. I'm going to need some of these garrison units. I was told garrison, like, you know, the ones called garrison units have very good suppression. For now, we're going to use these guys. Let's take a look, actually. So these guys have 1.8 suppression. On the other hand, garrison units have 1.3 suppression. They cost more. So no, they're not good for suppression. Cool. Didn't really buy that, to be honest. We took Corsica. Go us. These Italian motorized could come help hold it for us. But I'd rather have some proper coastal artillery, so let's steal this guy and then basically wish him luck on his trip across the Atlantic, because there's no hostile. Oh, there we go, 69 of them now. You guys stop active down there. You guys stop flying like that. Just a waste of fuel. And let's be having over here. 2 there. The rest here to start with. Okay. How are we doing over the Alpine region? There are a lot of enemy bombers. We are not losing planes while we're successfully shooting down enemy bombers. That is what I like to see, lads. Let's go. Okay, you guys deploying. Once these guys are deployed, we'll work out where exactly we want them. These subs have deployed up here. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's move them across. No, no, no. That's not what I want at all. I guess I'll let some of them move across naturally and then move across. Well, Shetland is not the worst place to be. So, okay. So spread the raiding down like this, not the Norwegian Sea. And let's see if we can cut off and choke out the British by removing their ability to import anything. I'm not seeing British troops here yet, which is probably why we're not finding much in the channel. 7 coastal subs. We're taking too many hits here. I'm going to stand down the coastal subs temporarily. What I think I'll probably do is deploy them just as the French are breaking to try and cut down on any British troops getting home. Save us a bunch of fuel too. Very low supplies here because I've completely eliminated this one. Okay, this one has to be on a void then. I guess I can't ban this one. But I really don't want that to be supplied from down here. Okay, you know what? We'll ban this. This guy's just going to leave. Yeah, might well get intercepted. Maybe the Italians will save him. Who knows? Okay, obviously there's a bunch of resistance to occupation. And you can't rush deploy guys nearly as quickly in this mod. So I suppose I kind of have to leave some people behind. What we'll do is we'll temporarily say, hey, Poles, don't worry. We're going to be really nice to you. Just really nice. Oh, this is interesting. These are different modifiers. Okay, good to know. Yeah, we're going to be really gentle. And they won't invade in here. So you garrison guys, we'll use you temporarily as resistance management squads. Okay, there we go. Good. This border is not at all under threat, so mountaineers, you are also going to be cannibalized for the good of trying to prevent some of this resistance. Okay. Now, that's training going. Bismarck, not too bad. I want them up to veteran before I put them into action. The cruisers are probably okay, a bit lower. Good. This is another cruiser. Nice. There's TAC air effort. Headquarters command is extremely important. Wejerbrun gives some transport tech bonuses. We might want that. For now, give me those Stuka, please. Oh, bypass that one. Okay. Interesting. And that's the fighter one I need. Good. You can get merged in. Those two are both merging with them. Nice. Up to 13 screens now. Making progress. Okay, tanks. Almost trained up. Good. Very good indeed. Okay. You guys can now merge into here. Supply is still okay on the front. Now we've got those supply depots built. No, not quite. Nearly though. That will help out down here. Okay, enemy bombing is being successfully repelled from here. They've just moved south. Split these guys up. Repelling bombing is going to be relatively easy for us because we've got a very good industry pumping out a very large number of planes. Good. You guys, high quality CAS, fly from here and here. Relatively good range. Fighters. Let's have some pre-deployed intercepting over every air zone. I think. Don't want any problems in terms of enemy bombardment. And interception uses no fuel, so. Now really stick it to him in central Italy. Good. Now, These guys are now at sea, so you need to get everything you can get. Let's get the low reveal chance. We are immediately finding enemy convoys. We are being resisted somewhat in the south, but it looks like mostly we are finding and destroying a very large number of allied convoys. Look at that. That's what I call an Atlantic freaking wall. How we're doing now. There we go. There we go. They do have 5,000 convoys, though. Holy Christ. Okay. On that, you know, good points and bad points, I'm going to end the episode. Thanks for watching. World War II, baby. In the next episode, we're going to take the Low Countries and maybe France with our brand spanking new, glorious Panzer divisions. Let's do this thing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.